Oh, yeah.
Oh, snaps.
So, is everybody here? Monday? Oh, I will.
I have an apple for you. I like that. Oh, that's Judy.
Yeah.
I'm like.
So we ready? Or just start? Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for joining me today. Especially the people on Zoom. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Testing 1, 2,
Loud
3.
and clear.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, so today's class is basically going to be about like, how, you can build a brand on social media and how I've actually managed to get leads just off of social media, right? So I kind of want to give like some tips and tricks to help me and our business.
Education? Not in the valley. Yes.
Okay. So basically what I'm gonna run over is like how to understand the Instagram algorithm, what apps I use to edit videos or even create flyers. And then we're also gonna understand like little minor things that can make a difference in just your social media presence online. Okay. So I added this slide right here because basically it's kind of like a pyramid on what type of people you want to target on your demographic. So as you can see on the left image, you can see there's a local market, realtor community, and influencer national stakes. So what that means is basically when you're building your social media online, you want to target people that are in your area. This could be like friends, family, people you talked to in the past. Because nowadays, even on social media, when you ask somebody as a contact, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it comes out as suggested. And those people usually are people that are, related to you or in your contacts. So you want to always follow those people. Because what happens is that's going to build a rapport on your social media presence. Because remember, a lot of people know people that may want to buy or sell. And it's happened where they hit me up like, hey, my grandma wants to sell her home, so I saw you, So you always want to target your local market, which is like friends and family, people you know. And then even add your realtor friends. Because sometimes you may get listings and they'll be like, hey, I have a buyer, but I never saw it on the MLS. Or my client never saw it on the emails that I send them. Sometimes that builds a kind of like a reminder to them that, my properties are available too. Because it happened before. We had a property, me and Ramon, in Pico, Rivera, and my friend saw it, and he's a realtor. He had a client for it too. He's like, can we go by and check it out? Those things are kind of reminders too. So your other realtor friends that could probably help you, getting your property sold. Okay. What I always tell people is your social media is your resume. One time I had a client, he looked up me and my lender online. My lender, she used to sing. So she was like, oh, I knew that your lender, Eileen, is a singer. I was like, how do you know? Like, because people are gonna look you up on social media. I mean, on Google. They're gonna look who you are. They're gonna do everything. They even found like my old like SoundCloud, like which is like music. So people are always gonna try to look you up and be like, hey, I'm doing your research on you. So this is what happens with me. If you search on my name on Google, the first thing that pops up is Giampalata real estate agent, local realtor in the area. And that's what you want to build. You want to build that report. Oh, right here? I think everything's quiet now. Yeah, but like I mentioned, your social media is your resume. You want to build that report online because people are going to look you up. And if they don't see you, posting properties or giving important videos, people are not going to take you serious. If somebody's going to look you up and then you have you doing dances, they'll be like, oh, he's a dancer. You know what I mean? And that's what you don't want. You want a report where you're like, oh, he sells real estate. It's just like when you think of a drink, usually people will be like, oh, Coca-Cola. It's just setting the reminder that I want to be your favorite drink. So when I think of real estate, you want to be that person to go to. You want to be like, hey, Gio, oh, real estate. You know, when they think of Marta, real estate, Jose, whatever it is, you want to build that rapport to them. Like, that's a reminder in their head. And then also showing your face a lot on social media. A lot of people want to go like undisguised. You want to just show your face a lot. Even on property tours, on the videos I do, I try to squeeze in like a maybe 5-second video of me in the beginning, so they know that I'm in front of the property and I'm related to, you know, maybe helping the buyers of the property behind. You know what I mean? And then being you know, being authentic, building a personal brand. Like I mentioned to you, your face is your business. So you want people to recognize your face, because if they don't recognize your face, they're not gonna be thinking about real estate. I've seen it before where back then when I wasn't posting a lot, I would see my own friends be like, oh, I just bought a home. And I'm like, what? Like, you could have came to me. But to me, it's like, I didn't create enough value for them to reach out to me. You know, so you always want to be that call to action. You want to be authentic, add a little bit of humor. Like, for example, humor. Ramon, one time we were just looking at a property in Cudahy. It was a big commercial space. And he was like, hey, let's make a video. I have a football in the car. And let's pretend like we can get you know, like a warehouse that has a football field. That video ended up to get like 6,000 views, and 3 people reached out to me. Some guy wanted it for a car wrapping business. Another guy was like, he wanted like a soccer facility for kids. He wants to find a space for that type of business. So I mean, it works, and you also got to add a little bit of humor, because people like that. They want to do business with people they like. If you try and don't have a personality, you're gonna be like, is it really worth it? Or something might be afraid to even reach out to you because they don't know how you're gonna react. If they see you're fun and comfortable, they go, oh, this person's pretty cool. You know, so that builds a reputation on your business, and people are gonna look into that. And another thing too is sharing client stories. So you can be like, hey, I ran into a client that was working with a past agent and this happened, you know. Past experiences too, the Instagram algorithm is always gonna boost it up. And I've seen it happen where sometimes people are like, yeah, I had an agent before, but they did a horrible job and I see you posting a lot. So I'm seeing maybe you can help me instead, you know. So it's just building another pool and adding another pool of people you can reach out to, because you never know, like I said, what they work with before. Because I have one person too, she went to school with me, she's gonna start a mobile home. And she called me, she's like, hey Gio, his agent was gonna start a mobile home, but she was forcing us to sell it. And I didn't feel comfortable. So after that, we took into play, and now, you know, we're gonna help her start mobile. She stopped doing it because, you know, the way things are nowadays, it's a little bit tough. But just building that reputation, so it's gonna build you more referrals. Like, hey, I remember when you reached out to me, maybe my mom or sister, whatever it is, anything happened, you know, he can help me out, you know. So here are some things that I do. On the picture on the left, I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see it? See if I can zoom in. So on the left, on the picture on the left, my lender, I told him, send me a text message with the people that we just pre-qualified and add emojis to it so it can look nice and organized.
I like that interest.
Yeah, so what we did, that was before. That was when, you know, things were lower. Now it's a little bit different. But at the time, these were personal home buyers and they qualified actually for that rate. So when I posted that, 3 people reached out to me. They're like, how can I get requalified? So that led to another pool of, you know, opening doors. I don't know if you guys can see too here in the bottom. Do you want to be next? I added a poll. They're like, yeah, like, and you reach out to those people, like, hey, do you have any questions, anything you need help on? They're like, yeah, we've been thinking about it. Maybe we want to reach out in a year or so to get requalified, but we want to create a game plan.
So this text came from your lender, right?
Mhm.
Sending it to.
Yeah, I told him, look, the people we
your
just,
peer, to people you work with.
so he just sent me a text, I screenshotted it,
Okay.
and I put, who wants to help,
Oh,
who needs help, you know, I just requalified 2 people, who else
And
needs
then you
help?
sent it to your.
And I posted it on my Instagram story, so you put it on your Instagram story, it's like a little story,
Text to- Okay.
and then you create a poll. So when you
Right.
create that poll, people interact, and usually what happens if you have a public profile, yeah, if you have a public profile, Instagram is gonna boost it. Even if you post a location, let's say you pre-qualified them in Downey or Lynwood, whatever area it is, people from that city can actually view it. So you never know, like maybe they'll be like, "Hey, who is this person?" They might look you up, or they might even save your number. It's happened. People will be like, "I thought you were a tire shop, but you're the one that sells real estate, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Like, I never even met these people, but they have my number saved somewhere.
If you have your business page.
Correct,
So
so,
you're using the full three of
Mhm.
those, it's not just the-
yes, and the good thing too is if you have your number in your bio, if people look up your number in your bio on your Instagram bio, it's gonna pop up in Google. So people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's him."
Gio, Gio, did you say you were gonna you made a poll on Instagram? POLL?
Yeah, so you make a poll, so when you go on an Instagram story, you have an option where it says like, "Oh, create a poll." You can create like a, kind of like a quiz. And you can see who votes on there, so you're able to see like who maybe wants information. And like I mentioned, you gotta be public, because I know there's a lot of real estate.
Is this only for stories?
This is only for stories. Yeah, the poll is only for stories. They're starting to change it up. I know Instagram is starting to add like different things without getting into it right now. But creating a poll also creates an interaction to your social media and your account, which gives it more exposure. Okay. And then as you can see on the right, there's a text message from a guy. That's the guy that he saw our video of the warehouse, and he replied to that. He doesn't follow me. He doesn't follow me at all, and I don't even follow him. And he's like, "Hey, do you have any space available in Torrance or in Garden Grove?" So we're probably gonna work on that and help him out. He found me. That's the thing I'm trying to understand. Usually it's the algorithm. Mhm. Something that could be somebody that follows me, and they send them their story to me, or
So it's how you post it, so this is a list, this is a listing you guys got.
that's a listing we were gonna help a client, or we're gonna represent them on the lease, and I posted it, and
So
Ramondo,
wherever you post it. So
yeah,
Wherever you post it is where it's getting,
You got like the
Uh,
location.
the location
Mhm.
also has a lot to do where you're posting it, that it's actually. Oh, okay, I saw that.
Yeah.
How we have the campaigns on.
yeah,
On command, when you
Uh-huh.
post it, you don't know where, you know there's a radius area.
Mhm.
So the algorithm is actually. picking
Yeah.
up on that.
yeah, so that's the thing that I tell people, you gotta put the location.
Right,
Because
important.
some people buy houses in Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you do in Moreno Valley too?" I'm like, "I just bought my house in Moreno Valley," because they never knew that you also work those areas. People always think that you're just working in a certain pocket. That's why I always tell people, like, put the location you're at, because you never know, maybe they wanna sell here and move to Hemet. Or they wanna sell here and move to whatever, Arizona or Big River, like. But, it's just about creating that exposure and that activity that you're always active. You're always active. And then also the use of videos has become big on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, literally any platform, even TikTok. They're pretty much trying to give the exposure more to videos rather than pictures on things. Because to them, it's like they make more money on the time spent viewing a video. So to them, is they want to push your videos up. Okay. And what I always tell people is not to be private on your accounts, because a lot of agents, they become private, but like, you're a business. Or you want to be a private business, you want to be a public business. You know what I mean? So you don't want to build that, because Instagram is not going to give that exposure to your videos, and you're not going to get no momentum off of it at all, right? So you always want to be public. It's really, really crucial. I have a personal account and a public account, so you don't have to mix up the people, the audience that you have on social media. So you always want to be public. And the way I see it too, it's just like cold calling. Ramon's always said that the first 10 seconds in a phone call is crucial. Same as a video. You want to get straight to the point. A lot of people are like, "Oh, my name is so-and-so at KW, cut that out." You need to cut that out. People are like, "Hey, I was working with a client and they got, screwed over with the deposit with another client." Those topics make a difference in the way you catch the attention of viewers. So always get straight to the point. Always get straight to the point. Like for example, I think what was it? There's that big hedge fund. What's it called? Blackstone. They were talking about how they were buying a lot of properties. So I made a topic about that, and that video actually got some good momentum. So just getting straight to the point is always gonna engage and create that impression on your videos, and it's gonna give you the more exposure to the audience. So always do, the first 10 seconds are really crucial, especially since Instagram and Facebook and all those apps are trying to make them a priority instead of pictures. Okay? Another tip too is always use your camera app. So instead of using like the Instagram video, always just use the camera app. Because a lot of people, they want to use the Instagram one and it comes out blurry sometimes. So when you use the actual camera on your iPhone or whatever it is, like it comes out much and better, what you say, better quality. Okay, so always use your camera app. Never use the ones on your Instagram because it can come out blurry and it can create a lot of, misplay. And then also when doing videos, I use it a lot when I'm doing like home tours. I use trending songs. So even if it sounds like a bit inappropriate, I still use it because those songs are the ones that are popping nowadays. Some people like to use like those mellow songs, which is nothing wrong with that. But usually the trending songs are the ones that create a lot of users to engage on it because those are the ones that are popping off right now. I know sometimes we like different kinds of music, but you just have to follow the trending songs because that's what's really gonna push you up to that level. Okay. And then always film vertically, never horizontally. A lot of people they're filming horizontally, and I don't know if always like this because I don't know if you guys see some TikToks and stuff. The whole screen is covered with the video. And you film vertically. Yeah, you film horizontally, you're gonna see the crop of the black lines on top. People are gonna be like, I'm not really too interested in this. So you always gotta create a vertical point of view, and then also use wide angle. Because wide angle is gonna give the property that big, So like for example, let me use this for example right here. The wide angle lens makes a big difference. I know nowadays a lot of phones are coming out with a wide angle feature. So always use a wide angle lens because that's actually gonna, give the property. The wide angle, some phones have it. I'm not too sure if all. But if you can click over here. So you can see like you only see part of
Only
it.
part of it you want yourself, you wanna see the.
You want to see the whole thing. So like, if you click over here, 25, you can see the whole. You know what I mean? Do you see it?
Oh, well, look at, I got all the way to the.
So you can see the moon. But yeah, you always gotta use you always gotta use 0.5, yeah. Always use 0.5 because sometimes it's a way wider lens and you can see more of the property or whatever you're ordering. So it gives you, that too, yeah. Do you see it? See the difference? So always use your 0.5 because that's what's gonna give it more in depth of the property you're touring or whatever you're looking at. Mhm.
Maria says she's trying to sign in for Zoom and it's giving an error.
Let me see.
You need to let it in. Maria? No.
I don't know how this. Let's see.
No number.
Yeah. And then like I mentioned too, Instagram and Facebook are giving more exposure to the videos. There's this guy on Instagram that I follow. He works with the Tom Ferry organization. It's Jason Pantana. I don't know if you guys know who that is. You guys should follow him. He gives a lot of Jason Pantana. Jason Pantana on Instagram. He gives a lot of insight on what's going on with the social media apps. So if they make any changes, he'll let you guys know. Even on Google, I never really tried the Google ad, but he mentions a lot of that stuff, and he also gives you tutorials on how to work that. If you guys want to go deeper in depth, so that's definitely one guy I recommend you guys check out. Pantana, Pantana, yeah. So yeah, like I mentioned, like some categories that I do is home tours, market updates. Like for example, the Cal Halfa. You can make a quick video like, hey, Cal Halfa just announced their applications, their portal's opening up, you guys should sign up, things like that. People don't know until they're like, it's too late. So you want to just, you know, you wanna be that person of value to just give them the update, you know?
How often do you give content?
Right now,
Real estate content?
real estate, like recently, I was thinking of doing it once a week. I wasn't being really consistent because we got really busy too. Cause you gotta dedicate at least an hour, 2 hours to your day,
Yeah.
just to do that. And it's really difficult too, because sometimes there's properties that are vacant, but they're in different cities. You know, sometimes they already go pending immediately. So you gotta be on top of the MLS. That's what I noticed, especially right now in the market, the way it is.
Yeah.
You have to be on top of it. You have to be the first one. Like, for example, I did one recently in the city of Lynwood. The property was on the market for a day. It was a 3 unit. You hardly don't see any properties like that are vacant. The first day, I think it was already the second day, there was already 4 videos on that property online. And all those videos, they blew up. All those videos blew up.
Yeah, because it was vacant.
Yeah, it was vacant. On that video, I think it got only 3,000 views, which is not a lot. But it's about, you know, giving that exposure. And since I'm from Lynwood, I knew a lot of people from Lynwood, and they reached out to me. They're like, where's the property at? Where's the property at? Until they saw the price.
Wow.
That's when they got scared. Yeah. Okay, and then here are some of the apps that I use. So I've used Pixar, Canva, CapCut, and ChatGPT. CapCut has actually helped me a lot when it comes to videos, because now they're using AI.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they're really against AI, but honestly, if you know how to use it and know how to use the prompts, they come in really handy. They come in, so sometimes I grab information from Zillow and I just copy the whole link. And then I just tell ChatGPT, hey, emphasize it, make it in a much simpler format and add emojis, and it does all that for you. And it really does it for your description. I have a template for my description. So I just tell ChatGPT, hey, make this much simpler for me. Or even from the MLS, because sometimes they have like units, for example, and it shows like the gross scheduled income on the property. And then that can break it down for your ChatGPT and then make it easier for the consumer to understand. And it really comes in handy. And then CapCut too. CapCut, I think is yeah, it's really popular. And then there's a subscription that they charge $7 where you can use AI too. And they have the auto captions, so if you speak, it'll recognize your auto captions. A lot of the apps are using this right now, where the auto captions is becoming.
That's a cool one, because I asked, the girl, Janet,
Mhm.
and she was like running and saying, how are you talking and running and doing all this? She said,
Yeah,
no, I had the video, and then she had
the auto captions,
the
yeah.
caption.
Yeah.
And she was like.
And you can modify them as you go. If it doesn't recognize one of the words, you can just change the words.
Yeah,
It's really
you're
easy.
talking.
Yeah.
You're talking and everything is like,
Mm-hmm.
your personal trigger. I
Mm-hmm.
think it also has a teleprompt, so if you're looking at the camera, but you're actually looking at the
That's the
script
screen. Yeah.
as you're doing the video.
Yeah, because sometimes
Awesome.
it's really hard too, because I always thought myself that it's easy, but then you get like brain farts as you go. So just having a script too, but even my friends that are like, they do a lot of social media, they tell me you have to have a script.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't believe in that until they told me. And I'm
You
like,
need the script, they have to be reading the script, so the work is.
Yeah.
You can put it on teleprompt.
or you can do it in frames too.
Mhm.
Like, for example, you could be like, hey, this is Jill. When someone said we're gonna talk about the Cal Harper program, for example, and then you cut it, and then you make another video, then cut it. Because a lot of people, they just full send the video, they just make a whole like 10-minute video. And then people are gonna get bored off of that. So you wanna cut the videos, you know, I'm pretty sure you know.
Usually 1 minute.
So you wanna cut the video so it can get straight to the point.
Yeah.
Because people don't wanna be there and then they get bored and then skip it. You wanna create that engagement because that's what's gonna, you know, give your video the exposure.
Yeah.
Even for liking and commenting, you wanna have people commenting on your videos. When people comment on your videos, always reply to them. Always reply to them, because that's gonna also boost the algorithm. Because they're gonna see Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is gonna recognize it, that you're actually interacting and you're not just a bot. And another thing I do wanna add too, is a lot of people are using that whole automated post feature, where there's like these apps where they post for you. Don't use it. Because it's, I'm sorry? I don't use it myself, but I do, like, I even told the office, like, to not use it no more, because it's not gonna give the exposure.
Like what else?
I don't know what it's called. I think the office uses it, but it doesn't help the Instagram page, because they're gonna notice that it's a bot. So when it's a bot, they kind of like shadow ban your account where it doesn't give as much exposure. So you don't want to use those apps because they're gonna see it as not authentic. Right? So if they see it, because the thing is they have a timer when you post, If it's a second, if it's posted in a second within like a certain time frame, they're gonna be like, this is not a person, this is a bot. So you wanna avoid that and actually make authentic posts, like have your people post for you or something. Go ahead. So I never use those applications because they can really play an effect. Because right now Ramon, he just hired a marketing guy, and that's all he does. He just posts it for us. But it's actually an authentic post. He does everything for us. He even does any information for first home buyers, whatever it is. He makes slideshows and everything. So it cuts out the time for you to also process, because one thing I was noticing too, and even Ramon was telling me, you're spending a lot of time, trying to make the perfect video or trying to make, that's a waste of time. It's a waste of, I didn't realize it till after. You're like, he has a point. I could have been prospecting, doing all of it instead of you just trying to go the easier route. You know what I mean? The way Instagram or social media is, it's just a resume. You just want to expand and maybe look for new opportunities that can be present. Okay. And then right here, you can see like a little bit of some things that we've done. Like this is the one that I did in the city of Lynwood. You see how, can you guys see it? See the way I structured it? Do you guys see the way I structured it? So you want to also put the information and then put what type of property it is. So that's going to build, it's like a thumbnail. When you see a thumbnail, you want to click on, oh, what's this? Like, how did I make, 40 million in a month or whatever it is?
The three bedroom?
Yeah, the 3 bedroom, you see it?
Oh, you got 2,000.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, but the other one was better, you got 4,000, look at the one with the warehouse.
Yeah, the one with the warehouse, like for example, our marketing guy, he did that. So we created a thumbnail and he put warehouse for sale. So it lets people know what's for sale. So people are gonna click on it. Usually it's business owners that are gonna click that. And they actually got pretty good engagement on that one too. I had some people reach out that they can get more information. And usually it's just building your database right there because you never know they're gonna be like, hey, that warehouse is too big for us. We need something smaller. And then bam, now you got a new buyer. You know what I mean? So as you can see, all the videos are like that. City of Long Beach, City of Lynwood, City of Norwalk, and I barely started doing these a lot, and they're getting really good traction. Yeah, some of these actually got some pretty good views. Like this one right here, Ramon came up with the idea, and they got 4,000 views, and off of that one, I think 3 people reached out to us. Those are the ones that want to help. They want to find a space for their business. And then Facebook, this one right here, you cannot sleep on Facebook. Majority of, homeowners, they're all on Facebook. Usually they don't use Instagram.
Yeah.
And since Facebook did buy Instagram, they're kind of cross qualifying each other or cross, the way their consumers are based on there, they're kind of being on the same algorithm too. So you always want to be on Facebook, even posting on Facebook Marketplace, posting on Facebook groups. Because sometimes, like for example, we had a property in, I think it was Salton City. That property I posted in a Facebook group. The guy reached out to me from Facebook and he actually bought that property from Facebook. So we had the listing, so we were able to double it. And he paid all cash too. So you never know who you're gonna run into. And it's funny too, because that guy recently reached out to me because he wants to buy another one. And he told me like, oh, I feel really comfortable buying with you because of what you did with the last one. So, that also helps a lot. So you never know who you meet. And then you got them as a friend on Facebook, it's gonna help you even more. So let's say you get another listing in that area, they know people in that area that may want to buy. So, it's just another route. And like I mentioned, Facebook groups, you should always join them. Usually buy and sell groups is the one that I'm in. And there's different ones in different cities, some in LA County, some in Hemet, some in, Salton City, whatever it is, San Diego. And there's people on there that are actively looking too. There's a lot of members on each one. Some people do get mad. I did notice that, let's say I have a house in Norwalk, and then I posted in the group that's in Calexico. People are gonna be like, why are you posting this property? So you have to be careful, you know what I mean? Because some people are gonna be like, you're not in this area, why are you posting these type of posts? So always be careful because I did make that mistake because I was just trying to post something. And then Facebook too. You have to have a lot of friends on Facebook. Add anybody. El perro, la tia, whatever it is, whatever it is, you gotta add everybody on there. Like if you see somebody suggested, add them as a friend. Add them as a friend. It doesn't matter if they don't accept you, just try it. Because you never know when they might need you as a resource. You know, and I, even on Instagram too, I do the same thing. Just follow anybody. Follow anybody. Even people that are just suggested, just follow them. And then is your profile pic on Facebook professional? You have to have a professional picture. Because if they see you in a yacht in Miami, they're gonna think, oh, he's a party person, you know? So you don't want that. Or if you have a tequila in your hand, they're gonna be like, oh, he drinks a lot. You know, so you don't wanna build that reputation when they're not gonna take you serious. You wanna also have that professional outreach. And then like I mentioned too, have your location public. On Facebook, you could put like where you live and also where you work. So they're gonna see that on your Facebook account. So you always wanna have that information public. And then like I mentioned to you guys too, a lot of people have their accounts private. You don't wanna do that. Always have it public. Always have it public. Because you never know who's gonna reach out. Well, if you have a personal account and you use it for your business too, I recommend you have it open. But if you wanna create a new account, just dedicated to business, I suggest you do that too. Because, you know, sometimes some people wanna keep their life private, so just, you know, have a private account and then have your own business account. Okay.
I'm cool. I'm totally gonna do.
And then too, like I mentioned, your bio has to be filled out. You always have to have your bio filled out because this is what's gonna outline what you do, what do you do for a living, and what's your expertise. And then on Instagram, your username. So I don't know if you guys can see here. Like I'll give you an example. You have to have your Instagram username as your name because a lot of people they're gonna look you up. So you have to use your name because people are gonna look you up, right? So like for example, if you look up my name on Google, the first thing that pops up is me. See what I mean? So that's what you want to build. You want to build that Google search engine to recognize your name so they know who you are. And then same thing too here on your bio on Instagram. Here, I'll show you guys my Instagram right here. As you guys can see, I have it as like that. And then my number's on there. So when you look at my number too, that's gonna pop up too. Oh yeah, I have it on the bottom.
Oh, it's in the box.
Yeah, it's usually on the post, and they all have them on there. Yeah, and I put them on the hashtags too. Because on the hashtags, it looks like it's just a hashtag. So if you put your number in the GRE on the hashtag, you're basically disclosing it's still there. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then people love these kinds of posts. And when you post pictures with your clients, people love that because it shows them that you care about your clients. You know, so these posts right here, they got a lot of traction. So you can see they got 230 likes, 213 likes. People love to see that. Sometimes even people will repost that. So that was like you're reaching out, you know, helping out families. So always do that too. And that's basically it. Do we have any questions?
How do I edit my?
Your what?
How do I edit my?
Your account? On which one?
How do I- is this the one with the-
You just click on your profile and then you can edit the profile. But that's it. Let's see. Aquí dice Ramon that he has good ideas. He does have good ideas, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ramon. Something he comes up with the randomest things. He's like, I was thinking, getting naked and holding their partner.
Oh, Ramon's on.
Yeah, Ramon, is there anything you want to share? Because honestly, like we always brainstorm ideas, and some of them do work. They honestly do work.
Have you done live advertising?
I've been
Go
thinking,
live?
I've been thinking about it. Because I did have a friend tell me that he used to do open houses like live on Facebook.
Those are good.
And everybody in the aunties on there. They're like, oh, my son wants to buy her something, but I never tried it myself. But I did hear people try them out too. Yeah.
What is Meta? Meta, we already do Meta, what is Meta?
Yeah. Meta's Facebook basically.
Oh,
They changed their name. So they're basically same thing. Instagram and Facebook is just general branch. But yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have any questions, you can always let me know. But like I said, just build that resume online so people can reach out. I'm actually working on a deal right now, which is like a year ago. I got a call. This lady was like, I saw your social media and I see you sell a lot of properties. Even the properties that we have here in the office, I just asked the agent, hey, can I post the properties on Instagram? They're like, go ahead. You're helping them out at the end of the day, you know? So if they see that and they think, they're gonna think that, oh, wow, you sell a lot of properties. Even if you don't, if you're a new agent, just post a property. And always try to give that professional outlet because that's when people are gonna take you more serious. Yeah, because you can see here on my Instagram, not all of them are my listings. But like, for example, this one was John's. I don't know if you can see it. John Kim, he had that new build. I posted that one and, you know, people are like, oh, he sells commercial too. So just things like that help out. And then if you're doing open houses on other properties too, post them. Post them, like if it's your listing. But obviously disclose the information at the bottom that it's somebody else's listing. But usually people don't look at that. They're like, oh, who listed it? You know, a lot of people don't look at that. But just post it because people are gonna think that.
But they should ask permission.
Yeah, you have to ask permission.
You have permission for
Mhm.
to post their
Mhm.
picture.
Usually what I say is like, hey, can I promote it on my social media? They're like, yeah, go for it. Usually they never say no.
Yeah.
And it is rare. It is
Benefits
rare.
them too.
It benefits them because then if they have a seller, but hey, this person's an influencer or does social media, they get a profit exposure. They can actually use that for their selling. But look, if we're not getting any offers, but we have a lot of views, that means that something's wrong with the price. You know, so you're actually helping them out too. You know, so it's about just, you know, working together to happen everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And that's your, Instagram is your personal, but you have it as a business page too, or is it already linked to?
No,
your
this-
Facebook business page, it's linked to your Instagram.
Yeah, so I have my Facebook and my Instagram linked together.
Yeah.
So when I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook. So it does it does the same thing. Yeah, and it does it for your stories too. And people engage in that. I don't even notice until one time I was getting interactions on my Facebook, like, I never posted anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put an Instagram, so it will go to Facebook.
Mhm.
Why do you put a Facebook on?
Yeah, so and it helps out a lot, to be honest with you guys. So, I mean, I would just suggest, like, you see my name on my username is my name. Because a lot of people will have their, you know, different names, like nicknames, whatever they call them. People are not gonna know your nickname online, so you wanna put up your name. So when they click on it, they're like, oh wow, this guy actually knows what he's doing.
So the question, so I know for a lot of agents that are new agents that are
Mhm.
coming in, some don't have Facebook, and some have personal accounts, they don't
Mhm.
know about it. Do you know anybody who can come and teach and do a training on Facebook, Instagram, business page, and we can?
I have,
We can get a full product. Or you.
yeah, I've done it like,
Okay.
because the last time I did my page, like maybe 3 years ago, this one. But I started being consistent on the
Right.
videos and I started getting traction. And even on Facebook too, when you post on marketplace properties, you get traction.
Yeah.
I got in a couple leads just off of that. I did notice one thing though, some of them do last a little longer on social media. Because it's about, because if they're on social media, that means they're not actively looking on, you know, a realtor near me. They're
You have
reaching
to
out
have
to you.
followers too.
Yeah,
They follow you and like your page, in order to get that attraction.
exactly. But you want to build that game plan with them. You know, so when you build that game plan with them, they're always gonna reach out to you. I had a buddy of mine, his grandparents, they want to sell their house in LA. But they live in Arizona. And you know, they're elderly people. So he contacted me, he's like, hey, my grandma wants to sell her house. Can you guys help them out? And so we're actually working on that deal with them right now. And it was all because of social media, because my friend saw it. And he told me, I see you post a lot, you saw a lot of real estate. Yeah, we did. And he was like, yeah, my grandparents wanna sell their home, so can you help us out? So even my aunt reached out to me once, she's like, I think I'm losing the house. And she didn't know, a lot of like, there was tax liens on the property, and she was losing the house, and we helped her sell. And she obviously had equity in this market, so she was able to take advantage of that. And she was like, you know what, I just retired. She retired and she went to Mexico. So you never know until you never try. You know, a lot of things online is, the way I see it is you miss 100 shots, that's shots you don't take. So you're just expanding your pool of buyers, and that's what you want to do. Just expand the pool of buyers or sellers, whatever it is. Cause like I said, you never know who they know or who's related to them that may have problems and you're there to help.
I
Okay?
have a question.
Mhm.
Is this your personal Facebook or Instagram or is this a business?
This is the business one.
Okay.
But on mine, I didn't make it a business profile. Because the number one
Yeah.
reason is because it's copyright.
Yeah.
So,
So do you suggest the agent to create a new page with like a personal person and do an extension of the business with it? Or, because a lot of people hesitate on using their personal
mhm,
because they're like, oh, that's my personal, I just want friends and family, I don't want everybody to be all in my
Yeah.
business.
yeah.
Because I may post some stuff here that I wouldn't want to post.
mhm.
That's more
So should they be
Instagram.
creating, well, both, should they be creating then a new page with maybe
Mhm.
their name, but more of a business life and use that instead?
But see, that's the thing, when you do, you need your personal account in order to create the business page, and when you, it's a different URL. So when you're doing any postings on business page, which he has it linked on Instagram, that person won't be able to say
It's
anything
another
on
app.
personal at all,
But he
only-
has his link,
but he's linked them,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he makes his personal business.
yeah.
So what I did was, like, whatever I had on my personal, I started following everybody on my personal.
Yeah.
To my business. Because then they're like, oh, he runs a real estate business, right? So then that correlated and all
Yeah,
both
but you
ends.
said that you use it more for business, your personal.
Yeah,
Follow-
for-
Pico business, but if you have, that's like what you said earlier, then create another one for your personal.
Yeah, for your personal
So that
life.
it's not so much the business.
yeah, so
So
that's,
it's creating.
yeah, so, and then also use your name.
And that's on Instagram, because on Facebook, you don't see your personal, because it's a different URL for your Facebook page,
Correct.
keep in mind.
Correct,
So that's what,
yeah,
I get it.
That would be the good training. to do,
Yes.
Because that way people that are not techie, they'll be like, okay, because what if I would use this?
Right.
See,
yeah.
They understand to change it or switch them or whatever.
yeah.
But I think, I think doing
It's-
that, you'd be missing out on your center of influence.
Yeah,
That's
Because
it.
then, your family won't reach out
They
to you.
won't get to see it, that's
Mhm.
what.
Unless,
so-
unless you do follow them in
If
both
there's
pages,
gonna
but,
be
know what I
some
mean?
stuff you do want to put on both and not,
well, I mean, don't be, out here getting drunk on social media, I don't think you'll have a
Yeah.
I
problem.
mean, again, you won't be posting your personal on your business page, because it's not, well, I know because on Facebook, I do keep it separate, so
Yeah.
you'll never see on business page what I'm doing on a concert here.
Yeah.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying, because it's not linked, because again, you get two different URLs.
yeah,
Instagram is different.
yeah,
Instagram, whatever you post, that's what you post, it's not gonna go as a private or anything, because you have it linked.
yeah.
So that's my understanding.
Yeah, so that's how you link your business accounts.
Right.
Both pages, the Instagram and Facebook one. Because, like I said, you want to keep your personal life personal, keep it personal.
And again, you're linking, remember, you're linking your Facebook business page to your Instagram for business purposes
Correct.
only, so that's different URL personal.
Yeah.
But it's good to know,
To get.
it's
somebody
very
to
frustrating,
train
because
them
some
to know
agents
how to
are
use it.
very skeptical
Yeah.
of getting that going, because they feel that,
Mhm.
okay, I don't want nobody to know what's going on in my personal. And I get that, and then there's several agents that,
Yeah, because you can create a new account and then go to your personal account and be like, I'm gonna just follow these.
Yeah.
These are the only people I want.
and then I see this
Thank
one
you.
too.
Yeah,
You
uh-huh.
have thousands, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people following you already, or friends of yours, and then start all over again to
Yeah.
add them, so that's.
Mhm. Yeah.
I say clean up your Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen, and.
Yeah,
clean
don't
up.
create those old posts where you're like, you're
Old
drunk in
posts.
Mexico or something, you know, you wanna
And
clean
you
that
can
up.
do maturity to remove old pictures that
Yeah.
are no longer, just remove them completely.
What I tell people to do is just create a new account.
Yeah,
It's like a fresh start and then just follow the people you wanna follow. That's, because that's basically what this one is. I created a username. I don't want nobody to take it.
Yeah.
That's why I
I
created
think
it.
I'm
So
gonna
it's
get
all-
somebody, or maybe do somebody.
Yeah,
who
for sure.
just- Maybe just talk about Facebook and Instagram, how to create for agents,
Mhm.
that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
That'll be
Cause look,
something-
if you look at my Instagram, it's
Yeah.
just real estate.
Yeah, everything.
And then me talking about, market updates or whatever's going on, and then engaging in holidays, anything like that. And then, just sold posts. When people see that kind of activity, people are gonna be like, wow, he's doing something in real estate,
I have my compadre in there, and he says, come on, compadre, have some fun, you always talking about your job.
Yeah.
Only about to say,
Yeah.
and something.
But also be authentic too, you also wanna be authentic, because some people be like, oh, he's a family person, or sometimes I have friends that are car people, and I post cars, and they're like, oh, this car looks good, and now you relate in a way. So, there's different ways to approach it, But no, thank you guys on the Zoom for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Really good, Gio. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
Questions, reach out. Yeah, I did record it.
Bye, stink.
But yeah, he just joined the office. So I just stop video. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.